Oh, no, it's really me. Yeah, that wasn't really my face, although that's how I wake up in the mornings, but that wasn't me. So how everybody doing? My name is Jared Fuller, AKA the Jer Bear. Today's date is October 27th, 2024, the final Sunday in the month of October, and this is the final Sunday video update for the month of October. I'm currently in the middle, actually, of editing another video for my other channel. So you're going to hear the blue in the background as soon as it finishes completion upon saving. Uh, Dad usually is joining me, but he had to go take care of some business. Amy's in the kitchen. Um, and so I'm not flying 100% solo this week. I'm actually here with other people. But there are some things to talk about this week. Excuse me. Usually I turn the floor over to Dad and I ask him how his week was, but Dad's not here. Dad's not joining me right now. He'll probably be walking through the door here in a second. But I suppose I'll talk about my week in review, which week was pretty good. Um Amy's week, she said, was a bit rocky. Um my week was actually productive. I've been recording videos for my other YouTube channel and showing that my stream is lagging here. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the video saving in the background. Um, yeah, we're at 92, 93, 94. So you're going to hear the blue in the background here in a minute. But my week was pretty good. It was productive. And um, yeah, I did a lot of video editing and recording. And it was just a busy week. I've been working really hard on my other channel. But there's the noise, there's the sound that we are expecting. Okay, so we close this and we close that out. Now I gotta go back and okay, cool. Awesome. All right, so now I can talk. I was just waiting for my other video to save. So my week was productive. We went out to the Pine Run Inn, or I went out to the Pine Run Inn last week. It was pretty good, a lot of fun. Tonight, on tonight's edition of the Fox Sunday Flashback with Dan Richards, 103.9 The Fox. Dan will be doing a Halloween show on the air, so he's going to be playing a lot of spooky tunes. I'm going to drop the link into the chat. We don't have any comments from Toenail this week. Unfortunately, he didn't stop by. Let's see. Listen to the Fox Sunday Flashback tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Okay, and now I'm going to drop the link to that. Classic Fox. There we go. It's in the chat log right now. So Dan's going to have a Halloween episode tonight. He's going to play a lot of spooky tunes, and I, of course, will be listening to the Fox Sunday Flashback, and I hope you'll be listening too. The link to his radio show is in the chat log here. But like I said, I've been recording videos for my other channel. I just finished saving a special video that I put together for my other channel, and the people who contributed to that video will be appearing in the video. They will be tagged in the video itself. So I've been working really hard. I've been really busy, and then when I'm not doing stuff on the computer, I'm cleaning out my bedroom. And last night I was going to bed because I've been sleeping in my dad's bedroom, trying to get everything cleaned out of my room so I can rearrange and throw things away that I don't want to keep. Well, I was getting ready for bed last night, and a little field mouse was just having a ball in the not the living room, but in the bedroom. I set up a trap, put some peanut butter on it. I didn't catch the little bastard yet, but uh, it's he's a smart little guy for sure. But I'll be catching him soon. I'll be catching him soon. He'll get a whiff of that peanut butter. Um, and I noticed though that the mouse didn't come in there until I started moving my things into dad's bedroom so I can get my room sorted and cleaned out. And my nose itches. Sorry guys. Um but yeah, I've been really, really busy. I'm picking my nose. Don't mind. I am picking my nose. And Luna, you're just gonna put your head down and listen to me talk, huh? See, she just got her head kind of perched down on the arm of the couch, and she's just gonna sit back there and listen to me talk. Hi, baby. Hi, whoop. Hi, baby. Amy said she got in trouble. She was a naughty dog, naughty girl, so she's in trouble. This week, my plans this week, I'm not sure. I don't have the extra money, or else I'd probably go out to Pine Run Inn tomorrow night. I don't have the extra money, so I won't be going. However, I will be listening to the Fox Sunday Flashback tonight at 7 o'clock, and I hope you'll be listening as well. This week is Halloween, and yeah, so I see. I would go as myself because I scare people enough as it is, but um, I'm probably going to set this Halloween out. I love Halloween. Make no mistake, I love Halloween. But there's just a lot of other things going on, and I've just been so busy. Last, I want to say Friday. I think it was Friday. I think it was Friday. I had to take a buddy of mine down to Lansing, so he could get his truck from the company where he works at. Dad rode with me, and when I got down there, well, I dropped him off, and I told this guy 1,000 times, look, you don't have to tell me how to find places. I know Lansing like the back of my hand. You don't have to tell me when to get over, when to exit, whatever. I know where things are. Well, he insisted anyway. And I pretty much just let it go through one ear and out the other. It's like, dude, I told you, I know Lansing. You don't have to tell me which way to go. I know how to get on 496. I know where Crates Road is. I know where all of these places are in Lansing. I know where the places are. I know where the roads are. But he insisted, insisted, insisted. And it's like, you know what? Whatever, dude. I know Lansing like the back of my hand. I know where I'm going. Every time I go to Lansing, I know where I'm going. I've been down there enough. Um, and it's just a thing about those backseat drivers, man. They think they know more about things than you do, even after you have explained and specified numerous times that I know my way around, and they just insist on telling you. They tell you how to drive. Well, hey, you could turn your windshield wipers off. Oh, hey, don't get to, you know what? Shut the fuck up. You're not the one driving. I am. So shut your fucking pie hole and let me know where to turn off. That's really the only place I needed to know was where to turn off. But he insisted, well, you got to get in this lane, get in that lane. Shut the fuck up. Um, that's what I wanted to say, but I was, it's like this is going to be over soon. Just suck it up. Um, you know, let it fly, let it go. So I did. But then I told dad, I said, Jesus Christ, man. I tried to tell him, I know where I'm going. I know where places are. I know the names of the roads. I know where each of the roads lead to and where each of the roads intersect. But he insisted he just knew more than I did. So, um, it's like, whatever. This is going to be over soon. I'll just suck it up, listen to him. And then he tried telling me how to get home. Well, you got to 496 to exit 8. I know. I know where to go. um I just it's like I know how to fucking get home. And I think dad got lost though. He says, I haven't been to Lansing in quite a long time. I said, nothing's changed, Pop. The only thing that's changed is a lot of the businesses are gone. a lot of businesses, other people have bought them and renamed them and made them into their own dream. And a lot of buildings were tore out in Lansing too. Matter of fact, at the corner of Michigan and Pennsylvania, that's where Sparrow is. And then across the street from there, you had the Rite Aid Pharmacy right across the street from Sparrow. Well, and at the northwest corner of Michigan and Pennsylvania, there used to be a building there. It was Sparrow Medical Supplies, where they had like scalpels and masks and gloves and needles, syringes, things like that. I think they even had insulin there. But they were a medical supplies building, and I guess they decided that they didn't need it anymore, so they took the building out entirely. But I remember that building being there, and now when you're at that intersection and you look to the northwest, you can actually see the lights from the baseball stadium, which of course, if you continue on Michigan Avenue to the west, you'll approach Larch and Cedar, which are the one-ways. Business 96 runs in concurrence with Larch and Cedar, but you can see the lights from the baseball diamond from the stadium, and that's weird because that building that used to be there for Sparrow Medical Supplies would block out, seeing other things beyond that point, and now that the building isn't there anymore, now you can see quite a bit. But a little talk about Lansing within the first 10 minutes, 11 minutes of the video. So I don't know what I'm doing this week other than I know I got to pay bills on Friday. I'm going to be really busy on Friday. I got to be in Chesaning and Owasso, and I might go out to Frankenmuth again. I'm not sure. It's going to depend on how my bills stack out. But I was thinking about making a return to Bronner's, which is the world's largest Christmas store. Oh, by the way, should I drop a link to Bronner's? I probably should. So let me go and look for the official website. So let's see. They are opened 361 days a year, located at 25 Christmas Lane, Frankenmuth, Michigan, 48734. Let's see. Okay. This is the official website, and I will drop a link to Bronner's Christmas Wonderland. I will drop that link in the chat. And I am in deep trouble, Amy. You know why? You do know why? What for what? Something about a website. No, not at all. It's after 3:00 and I didn't take my medication today. I forgot to take my Celexa, but I can take it anytime as long as it's once a day. But I am actually in a pretty good mood. I'm in an upbeat mood. The link to Bronner's is in the chat log, by the way, for those of you who would like to check out Bronner's. I will probably be going out there, like I said, depending on the bill situation, because I have to take some money over to the propane company. I'm going to drop off some money over there and have them credit the money to Dad's account. So that way, when they have to deliver more fuel, it's not going to cost us as much. Like if I take 200-300 over there and say the bill's like 600 and something, it's going to reduce the balance. So that way, all we'll have to come up with is maybe 100 and something if it's only like $300, right? So, and that's what we should have done throughout the year. We should have just kept taking money over there and crediting it to Dad's account, so that way we won't have to worry about scrounging up money for the propane bill, because propane is expensive. However, with the warmer weather, you need money to navigate. You wanna get out, you wanna enjoy life, you wanna go places, you wanna travel, you just wanna do things during the summertime. You wanna travel, you wanna escape, so you need money for that, especially with the gas being as high as it was this year. Uh, gas, the last time I knew, gas was under $3 a gallon in many locations. Um, Now with election day coming up in 9 days, I don't know if the price of gas is gonna go back up. I would hope not, but during election season, it tends to happen. So, um, hopefully by the time I pay bills on Friday, I won't be paying a fortune in gas because, you know, the cheaper the gas, the better, as everybody knows. Um, but I have to be in Chesaning and Owasso on Friday and then potentially Frankenmuth after that. So we'll just see how things pan out. I'll probably stop along somewhere, get something to eat. Um, as I always do at the first of every month, I'll stop and get something to eat. Probably go to Applebee's or the J Buffet in Owasso or, somewhere where I can just sit and eat, enjoy a meal, pay my bill, be out the door. And, that's always fun too. But in any event, in this moment, I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm hanging out. I've I just been, like I said, I've been editing videos for my other channel. I've been trying to clean out my bedroom. I've been sleeping in my dad's bedroom because, there's just nowhere to sleep in my room currently, trying to clean out. But I've been sleeping in there and contending with a field mouse, which I haven't seen him this morning. I didn't sleep worth shit overnight though. I didn't really sleep good, but it was because of the mouse. I didn't want the little bastard crawling on me. And dad says, "Well, he won't crawl on you. He's gone. He's more afraid of you than you're afraid of him, blah blah blah." I understand that. However, with the trap being next to the closet with peanut butter being in the trap, I am very close to the food source, meaning that the mouse could still crawl on me, and I don't want critters fucking crawling on me when I'm sleeping. Um, I don't like mice. It was weird because I have this cot, like yeah, I guess it would be a cot, wouldn't it, Amy? Like a hospital type mattress. Well, I got it leaned up against dad's dresser. Right when you walk in, you'll see it. Well, I opened the door because I was gonna go in and take care of some business in there, and the mouse was actually sitting on top of the fucking cot. And then when he saw me, I scared him. He fell down and ran back to towards the wall. It's like, "You little motherfucker." Um, and then when he came back out, he buzzed underneath of the, stand next to the door, the nightstand next to the door, and it's like, "Ew," I hate mice. It's a very reflexive response, and anytime I see a mouse, I freak out because I just don't like mice. And I told dad, I said, "Jesus, now I know how a fucking elephant feels." When they see a mouse, they get, because a mouse goes up into the trunk. With me, it's just a reflexive response. I don't like mice. I don't like snakes. And that's my reflexive response to both. I go, "Ugh," and I can't help it. I just I don't like mice and I don't like spiders or snakes. But with spiders, I can just look at a spider and be like, "Oh, okay, spider, gotta kill you." Because you are one of those kinds of spiders that if you bite me, you're gonna make me very sick. So, uh, I smash them. But with snakes and mice, they're quick to get away because, they're more afraid of me than I would be afraid of them. However, I'd rather not see them, and I'm sure they would rather not see me as well. But the trap is still set. I think maybe he escaped back outside because I haven't seen him. And when I woke up this morning, the trap was still set. So, or unless he just ate the peanut butter and went about his day, I don't fucking know. But I hate mice. I just, ugh, ugh. I don't like rodents. And there are people out there who will, they have them as pets. You know, they train them, you know, and they have them as domesticated animals. It's like, no, no, thank you. I don't like, you know, squirrels are considered rodents, but squirrels are actually fun to watch. Speaking of a squirrel, I actually hit one on accident last week. Well, I couldn't help it. I mean, I was going down my road, and you know, the farmers, they took out all the stalks and the crops and everything. The tractors have been through and they've been plowing out all the dead stalks and everything. So now they have nowhere to go, I guess. Well, I was going down my road here and I wasn't going fast, and the squirrel just darted out in front of me before I had a chance to even put my foot on the brake. And I hit him. I know I hit him because I heard the thud. And then when I looked at my rearview mirror, the squirrel was on his back with his, you know, legs up. I don't know if I stunned him or if he died instantly or what, but I know I hit him. And it's just one of those things. It's just like the deer. The deer have been crazy this week. Well, not this week, but in the past month or so, because it's, you know, hunting season. But my neighbor's car got hit by a deer. Usually cars hit deer, but the deer hit the car. Dad had a deer hit his truck. Now, knock on wood, I haven't had I haven't had any deer ram into the side of my car, but I won't. I'll just thank my lucky stars right now that that hasn't happened to me. But it's not saying it won't. I live in the country, and you know, there's a lot of wildlife out here. There's a lot of things that crawl and creep, and uh, things that we hunt. So it's normal. It's natural to see that kind of wildlife being in the country. As am I. Dad was watching the football game, the Detroit Lions and oh, I don't know the other team. I'm not a football fanatic, guys. I'm sorry. You guys would know. I have no fucking clue. Um, Actually, I could find out real quick. Hold on. Oh, okay. The Titans. The Lions are going against the Titans. They are in Detroit. I think Tennessee Titans at Detroit Lions. Okay, Titans. They're in the third quarter with like a little over a minute left on the clock. For those of you who are paying attention to this, they're in the third quarter, little over a minute left. Titans 14, Lions 52. So the Lions are really on fire. The Lions host the Titans in week 7. Detroit dealt. Am I reading that right? Detroit dealt division rival Minnesota its first loss of the season. Okay, yeah, that was right. 31-29 on a last minute Jake Bates field goal. The Lions, excuse me, the Lions seek their first win over the Titans since the latter moved to Tennessee in 1997. I don't watch sports. I don't know stats. But Scruffy wants in. So 1 second again, please. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Here we go. Okay, no more interruptions. That should be just 2 interruptions. I'm only allowing 2 interruptions this week. Well, I mean, if when Dad comes home, that'll be fine because he's, usually a part of these, and he's just not a part of it right now. But he will be pretty soon. So, I don't really know what else to talk about. I'm not political, so I don't talk politics, and I think I had given my thoughts and insight on politics. What was it, last week or a couple weeks ago? Um, Something like that, yeah. Ugh. Um, the sinuses. Oh, seasonal allergies are kicking my ass again. I got that postnasal drip, and I can be talking just like now, and my sinuses, like, it just runs down the back of my throat and it chokes me. So I do apologize for the coughs. Um, oh yeah, Phil Lesh, founding member of Grateful Dead, dies at 84. Phil Lesh was their bassist. He passed away at the age of 84. I don't know of any other celebrity death. Oh, Taylor Swift. I'm so sick of hearing about Taylor fucking Swift. Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter serve surprise mix of espresso. Is it over now? And please, 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 in New Orleans. New Orleans. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about Taylor Swift. I'm not really I'm not really fond of her. Um, she gets a lot of just overhype from the media. And Bill Maher, he says the same thing. I don't understand the obsession with her. I don't understand her music. I'm right there with you, Bill. There's a lot of things that I don't understand about Swift either. But not that I really give a fuck. So I don't know what else there really is to talk about this week. Oh, and something else too. Taylor Swift had made a public announcement about who she's endorsing in this election, as if anybody should give a fuck. I don't. I don't.
Yes, I'm in video.
There's Amy. Doesn't happen often, so I'm just gonna take in the moment. I'm gonna take in the moment. Josh, if you're watching this, there's your mom. No matter if he's watching, and
when you do see this,
yeah, I don't think he's watching live. He'll probably watch playback. Maybe, maybe. Not saying he will, but look out, Scruffy. Look out. But yeah, so I've just been really super busy. We did have visitors here before I went live today, and I told Dad, I said, "Well, I don't mind having visitors, but I got a 3:00 show, and I'm not trying to be pushy or sound rude, but it's hard to do this live show, as you all have witnessed. Trying to do this."
Charlie said that Autumn would probably put in her opinion too. That's fine.
Yeah.
Jared ain't gonna mind that.
But I mean, in years past, or even months past, actually, when I tried to do a live, actually no, it would be years past. I'd do a live stream and then I'd have constant interruptions, people talking in the background when I'm trying to, divulge into a cogent thought, and then I got people. Yeah, I mean, it's just every other word was fuck, 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 and who knows what else they'd be saying in the live stream. And it's like, you got to watch what you say when I'm live on YouTube, because I could get in trouble. I could get.
You can even whisper and the dang thing could pick it up.
Yeah, the microphones pick up almost everything. And this is a $400 microphone. So This is a pretty good mic. You see this microphone used in a lot of podcasts, like Joe Rogan's podcast, and actually in a lot of podcasts that you watch on YouTube, or even just like open thought videos. A lot of the YouTube content creators, they use this particular mic, which is the Shure SM7B. It is a $400 microphone. I got this at Guitar Center. I had to finance it, but hey, it's mine now. It's paid off. But anyway, it's just the idea that in years past, when I've tried to do my shows, other people would just, every other word is fuck. And
If it wasn't that, it was something else.
it was something offensive or racial slurs, or it's like, I can't have you talking so fucking loud to where my mic is going to pick this up and then I get flagged on my channel.
And they could even be in the kitchen and you could
Yeah.
still hear it.
And yeah, Crystal's like, I don't want to be in that shit. So get out of the fucking camera frame. If you don't want to be in my video, don't get in the fucking camera frame. You know I do this every week. And furthermore, this is not shit.
And sometimes it's seldom that you catch me in the video.
Yeah. And she says, I don't want to be in that shit. Well, my videos aren't shit until you're in them. Then they become shit. But in the meantime, stay the fuck out of my videos. If you don't want to be in them, don't get in the camera frame. It's that simple. But yeah, so now I don't have that problem. And usually it's just Dad, Amy, and myself. So when I do the live streams,
Yeah.
of course, and the 3 dogs, but when I do the live streams, it's not interruptions and people who are just choosing to be loud purposely, knowing that I'm trying to do something here, and they're not ruining my videos and taking over, and I'm not getting backhanded insults from idiots. No, I like it just being the way it is now. Even with the dogs. I mean, as you can see,
As of right now. Wait
well,
till Dad comes home.
Luna is sleeping, or she's napping until Dad walks through the door, or until they hear a car door shut. Then they'll be going nuts. Scruffy's over here next to Amy, and then Barkley, he's over in front of my entertainment center. Hit my hand on my printer. Ouch.
Where I think he actually loves delay.
Yeah. When Dad's not around, it's like they go into depressed mode. And it's like, guys, he'll be back. Cheer up. He's not gone forever.
Not quick enough for them, though.
No. And you might hear them snoring in the background. Maybe.
Barkley.
If my microphone picks it up. You know, it's cool too, because although Dad could be sitting over there on that couch, you can still hear him talk. You can still hear things that Dad says. I watch the playback and I can hear Dad's voice. And with Amy only being just inches away from me over on the couch, you know, the mic picks up your voice too. Because it's a good mic. $400 microphone. It better be up to par where I want it at that price. And I still have my other mics, my ABG microphones, which I don't use anymore, but I hold on to them for backup. And they're like $150, $160 microphones. So I can't get it in the frame. That's okay. But I still have those mics. I hold on to them. They are still of use to me. And I still have my USB condenser mic that I used to, the Blue Yeti. I was really excited to get that microphone. But then I noticed that the Shure SM7B, the mic I'm using, is probably one of the most popular microphones that all YouTubers have, all of the podcasters use. And people refer to this as a podcast. I don't view this as a podcast. It's just a video update giving a review on the past week and kind of talking about events that have happened in my life and, you know, other random miscellaneous things. I enjoy coming here for an hour every week and just talking with people, although my chat is fucking dead right now. But I enjoy the conversations. Huh?
Sorry I'm not in.
Well, like Robbie's not in chat, Melinda's not in chat, Toenail's not in chat, which is fine. I mean, if they have other pressing things to do today, that's fine. They'll see the playback. Um, but usually I'm interacting with people in my chat log and no trolls, which is fine, which is nice. I enjoy that. I don't need any bullshit from anybody because really at the end of the day, it's just ignorant people showing the world what they are.
They are.
Yeah, and you know, it's just fun to me. It's just fun. It's like these people who call the house phone and they want to talk about Medicare, Medicaid. And I even had a message pop up on my computer because I was getting ready for today's show. And um could someone be watching you through your camera? Well, if they are, they're in for a fucking surprise because you know, you what are you gonna see other than my face and this lamp and my dog and the front door and my couch and my walls and the other shit that's over here on the side of my desk? What else are you gonna see? You might see dad, you might see Amy, you might see someone else walking through the door, not realizing that I'm live doing a live show. What else are you gonna see? You're not gonna see me cook food. You might see me eat food from time to time. Like, I remember one Sunday video update we did where I was eating Halloween candy, and, I think it was even Easter too, like I was eating a
Yep.
chocolate bunny or one of those Cadbury cream eggs or something like that. Um, I normally don't eat on camera, but when I do, it's kind of fun watching myself eat. I don't know why. It's just it's a weird quirk, I guess. Um, but in any event, I enjoy coming here. I've been doing these Sunday video updates now for almost 10 years. I didn't think it's been that long, but the channel itself has been active since May 27th of 2015. This channel has. I didn't realize I was coming up on the 10-year anniversary. And yeah, it's great. It's been a lot of fun. I like to just like with my other channel, I like to keep my other channel as random as possible and varietal because it helps to garner more subscribers. But I don't talk about politics or religion. I don't swear on my other channel. I try to keep it family friendly as much as possible. And yeah, so I this channel I swear on this channel. The other channel I don't swear. Other people have come on to my channel and they, trolling and saying shit and fucking all that. I just block them. I don't entertain them because that's what they want. They want to get a rise out of me. They want me to respond. No, because it's meant to be a family friendly, wholesome channel. And there's more content coming. So I enjoy being a YouTuber. It's fun. Keeps me occupied, gives me something to do. Lately my bedroom has been keeping me busy because I've been just cleaning the hell out of it and throwing away a lot of things I don't need. I'm gonna have to bring in the garbage barrel. Um, I know I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to sort through all the things that's in dad's bedroom, throw away the things I don't need and have no use for. Um, I'm really gonna have to go through and sort and hopefully no more mice jump out at me. I just fucking hate mice. I hate the little bastards. They're destructive. For being as tiny and small as they are destructive little bastards. They're destructive little beasts. I just don't care for mice. I'm not a mouse person. Um, if I see them, it's like, "Ew," that reflexive reaction. But it's like, okay, guess I'll get the trap and a little bit of peanut butter, and we'll set you straight. And usually it happens that way. Um, And people are like, well, how can you be so cruel? You're killing a mouse and blah, blah, blah. Because they're destructive and they carry disease. They can make you very sick. Once they get into your food supply, then you got to throw it away. They flatten themselves out to get through the tiniest crevices, and it's creepy. Ugh. And they carry all kinds of disease, malaria, dysentery, salmonella. They carry all kinds of horrific, just stuff that can make you really sick. And they're not, they've been exposed, like they go from house to house, or they go from, because they transmit fleas and all kinds of other shit when they're passing through. So if you come here, you're just going to die, mouse. I'm sorry, but you will meet your fate. If that trap gets you quick enough, you're done. you're not going anywhere else, and you're not building any more fucking nests in my bedroom, which I had to clean out a nest because I was vacuuming the floor. I have a shop vac in my room right now, and I was vacuuming the floor, and then I looked behind my dresser, and oh, there's a mouse nest back there. They've been taking the insulation from the attic and bringing it down and building a fucking nest. So I had to suck it all out, what I could, and what I couldn't get, I had to pull it by, my index finger and my thumb, pull it out, throw it away.
You remember when you caught that rat?
Yeah.
Ever since we've had mice.
Yeah.
Before we didn't have mice.
Yeah. Little bastards. But yeah, I've been incredibly busy. But it's good to stay busy because if I'm not busy, then I run out of things to talk about. I have no enthusiasm. I have no reason to get out of bed. But there are people who ask about me. And this is not just me tooting my own horn. There are people who ask about me, and I don't expect that. Like Dad and Amy, they would go out to the racetrack, the Owasso Speedway. They ask about me, and it's like, I don't know how much of that I want to believe, because when they see me, they don't fucking talk to me. So I kind of find that hard to believe that they would ask about me when they see you at the racetrack. Now, I don't want to say that Dad's lying. I'm not calling Dad a liar. I just find that really hard to believe. And the same could be said for me. I'm not asking about them. I keep to myself most of the time, and Dad and Amy will tell you that. I'm pretty much a homebody. If I don't have to leave, I won't. Or sometimes if I'm stuck in this house, or if I feel trapped in this house for too long, it's like, I got to get the fuck out of here for a while. I got to go out and see the world. But as is the case, I notice the world and nothing really changes much. And, and this brings me to a point that I want to talk about. A friend of mine on Facebook, I'm not going to mention names, but a friend of mine on Facebook had made a post about, when they're looking in retrospect, they're looking back at the last 40 years, and they've noticed how much things have changed, and it makes them sad because things have changed, and it's not the way that they remember it when they were growing up. And my thoughts on that, which I did, I typed out a lengthy post on Facebook, and then I said, fuck it. I just deleted it. Excuse me. Stupid sinus drip. So my thoughts on that are, everywhere you go, you got to keep up with the times. The times change. You have to modernize things to keep things up and current with the times. Back then, we knew things as they were because at that time, things were modernized as they were for that time. And, they kept up, like even in the 90s. I can remember a lot of things back in the 90s, maybe even, the latter part of the 80s. I remember a different world. I remember growing up and living in a different world than today. But that was modern for that time. Now, when we talk about people that have passed away, like my mom and aunts and uncles and cousins and things. Yes, we associate people with past memories because at that time, that's how we knew them. Now that my mom is gone, it's like a big part of my life died with her. Although, even if there weren't memories attached with my mom, she's still my mom. And a part of my world died anyway. But to make my friend's point, we associate people that we knew back then with the times, because the times are different. So when that person passes away, a part of your history dies as well. A part of that goes away. But even with that being said, the people who are still with us and have been with us through the years, they are still the same people. It's just the times have changed. Everything has become more modernized, and it's meant to suit the current times. Um, like, for example, I remember years ago, the corner of M57 and 27 used to be a four-way stop. There used to be a truck stop there years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a four-way stop. There was actually a blinking light there.
Yep.
And
My mom used to work there.
yeah, nowadays, it's not US 27, it's US 127, because US 127 would only be from Jackson and Point South, or maybe Lansing and Point South. I think it was Lansing and Point South, if I remember correctly. I think it was Lansing and Point South. But now the whole stretch of road is 127 from, however far south 127 goes. I think 127 goes into Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm pretty sure it does. But I remember that corner, that specific intersection. It was a four-way stop, and there was a blinking light, and there was a truck stop, and we used to take that route sometimes when I'd have to go to Lansing for my checkups. Now today, because everything is more modernized, the truck stop is gone. M57 is an overpass over 127, and they have what's called a park and ride, where you can carpool. You all get in one vehicle and go to wherever you got to go. So the area has changed. A lot of things have changed. Like, they're putting in these new roundabouts, which I'm not really crazy about, because you have to, excuse me, it's a circle, and you have to just maneuver around the circle, make sure you're in the right lane. Um, I'm not a fan of roundabouts, but they're pretty simple. If you can read the signs, and you got to be quick reading the signs, if you understand the signs, roundabouts are fairly simple. Once you get the hang of it, and if you keep driving and driving and driving, they're not really bad. There's two of them in Saginaw back to back. M81 and I-75. When you're coming into Saginaw from Buena Vista on M81, you got I-75, which that's a roundabout. And then when you get in the far lane where it says 75 north, and then you just merge onto 75 going north, like going towards Mackinac Bridge. But if you want to stay on 81, you have to, like, when you merge over to the right, you would have to then get in the left lane instead of the right lane, because if you're in the right lane, you're going on 75. If you get in the left lane, you're going on westbound M81. It can be confusing, and I understand the confusion. I really do, because I've made some wrong turns on roundabouts. It's modernization. It's just the way that we keep up with the times. It is sad, and change is a really hard thing to accept. I don't like change. I don't like things changing so much. You get used to a certain way for so many years or for so long, and then they fucking switch it on you. Well, we've found a new and improved modern way of doing things, and it may be simpler. It may be simple for who? In certain situations and circumstances, you would ask yourself, simple for whom? Because the old way, in my opinion, was a lot better than now. And truth be told, I will say a lot of things that I remember when I was a kid were much better than they are now. Um,
Back
eh,
then, you didn't hear too many of your teenagers up and pregnant.
yeah, you didn't hear about a lot of shit going on back then like you do nowadays. Um,
You didn't hear about really the drugs.
And I'll say a lot of it is the internet. A lot of people may disagree with me on this, but the internet, especially social media is a big one. And I've been saying this for years. When you look at someone's life through a screen, you're comparing your life to that other person. Whereas when you scroll through each and every post, all you see are the successes. And it's like, there's no way this person's life can be that great. I don't care who they are. Their lives can't be that good. And they're not. That's the secret. That's what they won't tell you. They're not going to tell you that, well, my life isn't great, but hey, this is something that for a change, something good has happened in my life and I want to share it with you guys. That's fine. I appreciate the honesty. I mean, my posts aren't always happy go lucky. There are, I can go days without posting. But I'm not going to bullshit people. I'm not going to tell anybody that my life is perfect or grand or flawless, because it's not. My life is furthest from being perfect or grand or flawless. It's nowhere near that. But you have a lot of people on there who like to pretend that it is. And then when you're seeing this and you're taking all this in and your brain is processing all this, like, my life really fucking sucks compared to this person. No, actually, your life doesn't suck. Your life doesn't suck. It's just that there are people who talk only about success. They don't talk about, grieving over their loved ones. They don't talk about bad credit. They don't talk about bad news stuff. They don't want to talk about it because they think it's going to be a horrible reflection of who they are. And, in some cases, maybe, yes, it would be a bad reflection, especially if you have a criminal record, or like Amy pointed out, if you're into drugs or teenage pregnancy, which we see and hear a lot about, then yeah, you're going to be judged no matter what you do. But social media really brings that out. It really puts it out front in your face. And I think a lot of it has to do, that's why so many people are depressed. I think that's why people are depressed. It's why they're lonely. It's why they're sad. It's because they are looking at social media and they are comparing themselves to other people. And then they suddenly feel self-conscious about their own life and how they look. And it's like, am I really a horrible person? No, you're not. You're not a horrible person. It's just that you're honest.
Yeah.
You're honest about who you are, what you've been through, what you know, what you don't know.
And some people actually like that.
The honesty is what makes you real and authentic. Because people are going to know right away you're not bullshitting them.
See, I think that's why this girl Josh likes
Yeah.
about him is he's honest.
Yeah. People appreciate honesty. Like, I'm on Facebook, yeah, but I tell everybody, hey, I'm not perfect, nobody is. Being perfect, though, would be a heavy burden to carry. And I wouldn't want that. I am perfectly imperfect. But even perfection, how do we, because this was a post I had written on Facebook too. How do we assess the specifics of perfection? How do we make that assessment? How do we know when something is perfect? We don't. Human beings have no idea what perfect is. Now, we use the term colloquially in the sense that, my life is like, how do I feel right now? I feel perfect. I feel fine. But I use the word perfect, not literally. I use it colloquially in the sense that I'm doing okay. It's like if I make plans with somebody and they say, well, let's meet at this place at this time, I say, perfect. Sounds perfect to me. Colloquially, I'm saying that sounds fantastic. Let's meet here at this specific time. But you get people on Facebook who brag and gloat about their significant others. And they say, well, he's a perfect man or she's the perfect woman. And then I would ask, what makes them perfect? What sets them aside or apart from the rest of the world? What makes them so much perfect? They're perfect for you in the sense that they're compatible with your likes and dislikes, and you have a lot in common. That's what makes them quote unquote perfect. Colloquially, you're saying they're perfect for you because your personalities match. But to be a perfect human being, no, that doesn't exist. And the question, it's a bigger question. It's a bigger philosophical question. How do human beings define perfect? Because we don't know, we don't have an accurate assessment of perfection. We will never figure that out. If you think that straight above you is the center of the world, you're wrong. Because that's not the perfect center of the world. I don't know where the perfect center, and no one knows where the perfect center of the world is. You can point straight up and say, well, that's the very center of the sky. Well, from where you stand in that point, yeah, it could be perfectly over you, but it may not even be perfectly over you. So we don't know what perfect is. We can't make accurate, true assessments in the real world of what perfect is. So that was a question that I raised on Facebook. And I even said colloquially we use the word perfect to describe what's, how we adapt to certain things, or if certain things meet up to our standards. That's how we use the word perfect colloquially to say, oh, this is perfect for me, or my lover is perfect in the sense that we match personalities. We have a lot in common. But when they say, oh, I've been blessed and all this, now that's just being narcissistic. I have never in my life, even when I had girlfriends, I never said, oh, I'm blessed to have this woman, or I'm blessed to have this, or blessed to have, because I'm not blessed. I'm lucky to have what I have. I don't go for this, oh, I'm blessed bullshit. No. You're not blessed. You're lucky.
Or God gave me.
Yeah.
Another one
I have what I have today because of my Lord, my Savior, Jesus Christ. No, you have what you have today, either because someone had gotten it for you, or you got it yourself. It's got nothing to do with your God. But the big one for me is, oh, I've been blessed. No. That's narcissistic and self-centered and self-absorbed to say that, oh, I've been blessed with a partner and children and a house and a car. No, you got lucky. So whenever someone says that to me, I just let it go through one ear and out the other. It's like, yeah, you're blessed. Okay, whatever. Because it's bullshit. It's a bullshit way to describe, oh, well, I'm just.
Another one you hear a lot, used to hear about was baptism.
Oh, baptism?
Yeah.
I don't think I was ever baptized.
I was twice.
And what is that supposed to mean? That you're saved by God or whatever? And
He'll wash away your sins.
Oh, I am a sinner. I am a sinner. Well, and which I think is also it's a scam. It's a con, because when you do something wrong, I mean, it doesn't have to define your life. It doesn't have to define you. But when you do something wrong, according to state legislature, the state is not so forgiving about the crimes you commit. Like if you were in prison for something serious, the state is not so forgiving. That stays on your permanent record. So you can wash yourself with water, but you're always going to be the same person you were before you committed whatever crime you committed, or doing whatever wrong you did, to be sinful.
But it's not the way that the Bible says.
Yeah.
The Bible says you're washed in the blood.
Yeah, the blood of Christ.
Of the Lamb.
Yeah, the Lamb, or yeah, some bullshit like that. I don't know. Oh, and speaking of, we're right at the 4 o'clock hour, and now Dad decides to show up. Just got done, and we are wrapping up. The last words, we were talking about the blood of the Lamb or the blood of Christ, which happy Halloween. Okay.
Just had to throw the happy Halloween.
So I am out of here. I got stuff to do. I got some videos to edit. Dad, any final words?
Yeah, have a good day.
I mean, you came in at like the last minute.
Yeah.
Amy?
Peace, be safe.
And happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go trick or treating, but be safe.
Have a spooktacular Halloween. Ooh. Ooh. Put up the mask.
I'm going on trick or treat and
Ooh, ah, ah.
Oh.
Bye-bye. See you next week, guys.